welcome to the Saturday edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Giorgio, I know you're busy at work. You got plenty of tournaments this weekend at the Great Race Place. What's happening?
Well, I'm here at the Thoroughbred Center. We're signing people up for today's tournament. It's a standard tournament, and it's a $500 buy-in. But tomorrow's tournament, very, very exciting. Obviously, everybody knows that tomorrow we're going to have a mandatory payout on the Pick Six, and if nobody has a single ticket today, that pool could reach well over $5 million tomorrow. So looking forward to the mandatory payout on the Pick Six. And tomorrow's tournament is a $600 buy-in, and $400 of it goes to your bankroll, and you can bet it any which way you want. It's the first time we're ever trying this. We're all pretty excited. Some of the players love it, some hate it. We're going to find out, what happens. But theoretically, you could bet on the Pick Six tomorrow. And if you hit the Pick Six, you'll probably be in good shape to win the tournament, depending on, the favorites and so forth. But if the favorites win along the way, it's still going to not too pay. So we're looking forward to tomorrow's tournament, looking forward to a great card, looking forward to that mandatory payout, a lot of exciting things. And, of course, Monday we got racing as well.
Yep, so plenty going on. And like you said, the tournament tomorrow, just a different format. They could play any bet they want, which is – never been done before. We'll see how that goes. It looks very interesting. And speaking of interesting, we have two terrific guests today. First, you might as well, introduce your guest, who's the turn into the show comedian, who is going to go on tour, I think, pretty soon. He should be at the Comedy Store soon. So take it away, George.
Yeah, the amazing Craig Kaufman is on, and we had to pull him from the bullpen. We had I had to make the call for the bullpen, because Brittany couldn't make it, but we got a great fill-in in Craig Kaufman, and boy, it's always great. You're just talking about that shirt. That's where the Super Bowl was this past week, right there on top of Hollywood Park. They were spiking the ball right where you saw a match race in 1972.
Typecast and convenience, and Jerry Lambert on convenience just took right out on it and put the pressure on. They went wire to wire, so you can video it. In my memory, I haven't seen it in a while, but in my memory, and the exacta paid more than the horse paid to win. I think the horse went off 4-5, and the exacta paid even money on that. They had an exacta on that race, and there's quite a history for me that brings back, because you had to be 21 to enter the track, and I'd leave lunch at school. That's why I went to that fabulous school, Hollywood High School, and then at 17. I was at the track. I'd have to ask people can you get me in? Can't just say I'm your son. Say I'm your son, like an orphan or something. Just get me in, because I was 6 feet tall anyways. So I got in and did a lot of stuff there at Santa Anita. And I picked 6 stories, picked 9 stories, had them all.
Hey, Chappie, with great detail, Craig can remember what happened in 1972, but he has no idea where his notes are from yesterday. For today's contest at all.
Yeah. Right.
What?
Wait till he gets to his picks and he can't find it for 5 minutes, but that's all right. And speaking of, we don't know where he is. We're playing the Where in the Hell is Bob Feld's game today. Last time he was in Vegas, I believe. Bob, where are you joining us from today?
I was in the Bally's Las Vegas casino last time, and I'm in Lexington, Kentucky this time.
Okay, so
miles away.
Like, where's Waldo? Where's Feldo?
Yeah, where's Feldo? And so you had the sale there, and how was the sale, and how's the weather there, Bob?
It's cold, very cold.
Really?
Probably one of the coldest winters. I've been here about 11 years, as far as off and on for 11 years, and this is the coldest winter I can remember.
Now you kind of go back and forth between here or Lexington and Del Mar, correct?
Actually, I have 3 lives. I tell people I have 3 lives. One life's on the road. That's most of my nights are on the road, going to all these auctions around the country. So I probably spend most of my nights in someone else's bed somewhere in a hotel. Then it's probably second here in Kentucky, because there's a lot of horse auctions here. Of course, Breeders' Cup's here a lot, Derby every year. And then my third life's my Encinitas, California life. I have 8 miles from Del Mar Racetrack, and that's kind of my favorite place to be. I'm a mile from the ocean, and it's a bucket list. I always want to live down there. My first trip to Del Mar, I think I was 10, and I always wished one day I could move there, and I did it about 5 years ago, so I'm very lucky.
I love it. And then You've got the Hot Rod Charlie hat on, so of course you've got the connection to Hot Rod Charlie that you actually bought and sold. And you've been kind of part of the Team O'Neill with that.
Yep.
And I think we talked about this, but is a Dubai trip in the works for you or no?
No, I don't think so. My son and I considered it. I always said I would only go if I had a horse in the running, and with our connection to the horse, we definitely have a connection to running. But Sean thought with the Omicron and all that they may not throw as many parties. You may be stuck in your hotel. My son's been once, and he said there's not a whole lot of action outside the hotel bar area. You can't really go on a pub crawl, which is my favorite hobby. So we're going to sit home. A friend of mine, Matt Bowling, has a beautiful home with this unbelievable man cave here in town, and he offered to open up his doors for a party of 50. So we're going to have a showing party here. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Nice. And then I see the Miss Temple City behind you. Give us the story behind that.
Well, crazily enough, I've been so lucky and fortunate in my life. I mean, lots of luck has come my way. And probably the luckiest thing I've ever been involved in horse racing is breeding Miss Temple City. I'm the sole breeder of Miss Temple City, 3-time Grade 1 winner. She beat the boys twice at Keeneland in the same season. And the only horse to win the Maker's Mark Mile, which that's the saddle towel behind me, and the Shadwell Mile in the same year was Wise Dan, who was 2-time Horse of the Year. So for a filly to do that, I really believe in my heart it will never happen again. It was a historic run that year. She finished that year winning the Matriarch at Del Mar, which was, growing up again as a kid. I don't go back to typecast and convenience, although I do remember that race. I was 10 years old. But, with the history of the Matriarch and the history of Del Mar, I mean, I was in tears that day.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. Well, you've had many horses that you've been involved with, and like you said, you guys, the whole Feld family has done very well together. So,
as a matter of fact, Hollywood, what you call my son Hollywood, Chappie's known my son since he was probably 8 or 9, 10 years old. He won last night's Red Mile contest, handicapping contest at the Red Mile last night. Picked up a grand, so he was pretty excited. I met him for drinks after to celebrate. And my brother Mark's qualified for the national handicapping contest. I think this was 6 years straight. Sean's grandfathers on both sides were huge handicappers, so he was bred top and bottom. But yeah, we love it. I qualified for the national championship one year, winning the TOC tournament in Del Mar. So we just love it, and we've been doing it for so long. It's nice to pick a winner here and there.
Yeah.
I've been handicapping for over 50 years. I started when I was 8 years old. I turned 60 in May. I'm just impressed. Actually, I just have Bob up there. It's kind of like Elvis, Cher, and Liberace.
And Bob.
Because no one else knows a Bob. I'm the only Bob obviously people know.
I love it. Well, Georgie, it's great because first of all, with these two, we could just tell and listen to stories for the next half hour and not even handicap. It'd be a hell of a show. But they both know their way around handicapping a horse as well. It should be a terrific day.
All right. Well, so many great accomplishments. Bob Feld, congratulations. Great accomplishments. A great list. Too bad he can't add to that list moving on to round 3 in this particular contest, because that's not going to be on his list of accomplishments. Craig, we're going to take him down, baby. We're taking him down. You got $100 to win. Where are you going and why?
Where am I going and why? Let's see. Race. Okay. I want to try to start out good because put the pressure on Bob. All he needs is a winner, because in the second race I went with Wall Street Trader, the 100 to win bet, and nothing spectacular about it, just elimination. And I just hope he wins and we can move forward. I won't move forward. You got somebody else playing for me next week, but whoever's going to play for me, they're going to do it. I should change mine to a bigger long price.
We might have to call you in on a bullpen thing. You never know.
Exactly.
It's always nice to have Craig on speed dial in case we need him, so it works out well. But all right, Bob, he's going with a little chalk in race 2, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes just getting on the board's half the battle. So where are you heading with your $100 win bet?
Listen, I love when people go chalk. Playing it safe never works in life. It happened to Tom Law last time against me. He played like a 1-5 shot at 100 to win. Didn't win. I picked I think it was a 6-1 shot. It didn't win either, but I'm proud to pick a 6-1 loser than a 1-5 loser. So I appreciate him going for the chalk because I'm going 8-1 in the first race of the day. I'm going with Quid Pro Quo Joe Blow, which I have no idea who they named that horse after. But this horse, I think he's a really good long shot play. He broke slow in his debut. The race went 8 and change, so he had no shot anyway. But he wasn't distanced necessarily. He kind of kept pace. Got a little tired as he should first time out. He came back a little too quick for me. 2 weeks, threw his head up in the air in the start. Was left for dead. You could see he's very green, but he made a really nice. If you watch the replay, a secret little move from just outside the 3/8 pole to the middle of the turn, and ran on the stretch a little bit. In his debut, Don't Swear Dave beat him, who came back around second in the Baffle, who's in the Pasadena today. And last time out, he got beat. The winner of the race was Crosby Beach, who Aaron Wellman owns. And Aaron Wellman does not enter horses in stakes races for the free lunch. He's too good. So they think this is a stakes quality animal. So he's running against 2 stakes quality animals. He's dropping to a claimant for the first time. And I think there's a ton of speed. And I think his little middle race move last time is going to look like a big race move this time.
I did watch the replay of that, and it was sneaky. And like you said, he's run against 2 good horses. Makes the big drop today, which is key as well. And 8-1 will take that all day. So, George, we're going to get on the board before you with a nice price. So good luck catching up with Team Bob.
Well, I can tell you this. If he wins, I'm going to try to say Quick Jojo Bro 3 times real fast.
You already said it wrong the first time.
I know. So how am I going to say it 3 times? I can't say it once.
Now, that's a bet I'd make.
Man, you got it.
That's a 1-9 bet I'd make right there.
You can feel the chalk for me today. Can you hear it? On my chalkboard over here today? Okay.
I hear the chalk. Preaching. Where are you going with your exacta?
Craig's exacta? Okay, we're going to go with chalk. What's the next chalk setting up for Big Bob? Okay.
Actually,
I went with the 6 race, $50 exacta box, 2.5. Now, Bob knows more about this stuff, and you guys too. Did Michelle Pfeiffer, Jay Pfeiffer, Jessica Pfeiffer really want to pick the 2 horse over the 5 horse? Or I don't know. I don't know what happens. That's trainer stuff, this and that. I don't know how she went from 2 to the 5, maybe. Whatever. So, but I'm just saying, if she did get off, she'd be awful motivated to beat the 5 in this race. So I'm just hoping the 5 will run second, or the 2, or it comes 5-2. So 2.5, $50 exacta box there.
All right, sounds good. It looks like Pinedale's got a couple of B+ workouts. So Pinedale certainly looks like a solid play, especially for 30,000. And Pfeiffer, it sure looks like Pfeiffer had her choice between the 2. And went with Pinedale, State of the Union. Those 2 look best, and hopefully it'll come through. Tabby?
Yeah, and the Ryan Hansen barn has been very hot as of the last couple of weeks. You see he's hitting at 19%. I think all those horses came. He had 4 winners in a 2-day, 5 winners in a 2-day span last week, so he's on fire. All right, Bob, where are we heading with our exact and why?
What? I just have a question. What happens when there's a dead heat?
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Has ever had a dead heat before?
No, but we'll take it. Hey, it's just more money. We'll do it.
That just makes my 8-1 turn into about 16-1 now.
Yeah. So you both have the exact same race, same exact.
Chalk exacta for you, Bob? I mean, we're both dead. There's no chance for us to win that.
I'll do chalky exactas and chalky doubles, but not chalky win. Chalky win's just never going to happen with me.
Oh my gosh.
That is the first, George. We've had plenty of very similar plays in the same race, but never the exact same thing. But
they look 10 shoulders above the 3rd place horse to me. And that's how I won last time. I hit the exacta box last time. So.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching the show really to get tips for today's racing. So a strong endorsement for that exacta from both our handicappers. So, and we're also, of course, trying to raise money for a Winners Foundation. The more money you make, the more chance that we'll give more money to them. And they do a great job with all kinds of programs for workers on the back side, the front side. So it's a great charity, and hopefully that exacta will hit to help raise money for Winners Foundation.
I'm very close with Brandon O'Brien, who's the agent of Jessica, and they did choose that horse. The horse has been working well. They like the horse quite a bit today. You know, that and a quarter gets you a cup of coffee. But you know, Brandon really is one of the best. I think one of the best agents out there. So he's on it. And if Drayden and Jessica pick one horse over another, you got to take note because Brandon's on top of it.
Well, yeah, he is. That's a great tidbit because, you know, you're in the end, you know, these things. I'm always thinking about what happened here. I mean, did she have a choice?
Yeah.
Or
there's 100 reasons why jocks switch, and it's not always. And let's be honest, it's like us handicapping. You know, the horse we almost bet wins, and the one we bet loses. So even though they pick the horse, they don't pick 100% winners either. So,
right.
You know, it's a crapshoot all the way around.
Right, but it's still, like you said,
educated guessing.
More knowledge, you know, like it doesn't always work out, but the more you know, the better chance you have to win. This game's hard enough as it is. So good information there.
All right, let's see if we can match the double. Go ahead for the double.
Yeah, Bob, I'm writing my double down. You go first this time.
Well, you're still working on.
All right.
Don't use the 4th and 5th race. How about that? Is that fair?
All right, we're going to go to our daily double, and Craig, Rob said,
let Bob go.
Let Bob go first. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with the 4th race to the 5th race daily double. I'm going with Khan on the run, who drew the rail. He's the fastest horse early. He's the fastest horse late. Luckily for him, his stablemate drew number 2. So I have a feeling they're going to let that rail wide open down out of the gate, and he's just going to take the lead and take the shortest way around there and go wire to wire. In the 5th race, I like Bold Choice. This is what we call in our family a Sean Feld play. As I mentioned, my son won the contest last night, but he discovered years ago at a young age that turf numbers are always a little elevated, whether it's Beyer or Brisnet. Turf numbers are always a little higher than they are in the dirt. So if a horse shows a winning number on the dirt, you can usually add anywhere from 4 to 10 points onto that number when it goes to the grass. So if that happens and the theory comes true, this horse figures to run about a 90 Brisnet number today. Even though I heard the 3 and the 7 have some nice works, they really need to run in shoes and be fit enough to run a 90, which, you know, I would bet against that. So I'm going with Con on the run in the 4th and Bold Choice in the 5th.
All right, so Con on the run in the 4th, and then in the 6th, a couple things I like about your horse in the 6th. First of all, those Graysons have done very well on the turf as well. I did watch the works, not that I'm any expert. I was more impressed with the works on the 7 than the 3. I didn't love the 3 as much as the clockers do. I'm no clocker, but I try to do the best I can. But I like the choice there with the 6. Bold Choice. And that's going to be a bold choice when we run you guys over, Giorgio.
I'm going to box Carla's things at 7, 8, 9, just an exacta box. I mean, one of those horses might come in.
You got 3 of them in there.
The 7 clearly outworked the 8 when they worked together last time. Just so you know, by open lengths.
But yeah, keep in mind though, every time Baffert has 2 horses in the race, the longer shot wins, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love when I'm at the track and people are just whining. It happens all the time. Well, then go ahead and bet Baffert's longer price horse. If it's, you know what I'm saying? They whine that 8 to 1 beat the 4 to 5, and it happens all the time. Well, just bet the 8 to 1 and smile.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, remember when we said Craig remembers everything under the sun from 37 years ago, and he still is trying to figure out what double he played.
What double did I play? Okay, is that we're at the daily double? I'm starting in the 3rd race. I'm going to take Laura Mars and the Cuban Crisis. So like 2 movies, and that, let's say both of them. It's just not much. I don't like any of the first time. Oh, there's not a first time starter in this race, just one. But anyways, I ended up with the 7 and the 8. And I'm going to use that horse in the 4th race, something called Con on the Run. all the reasons Bob mentioned. I just ditto it, and so
is that? Can you do two $50 doubles? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's fine. I'll stick with my Hundy.
all right.
No problem. All right.
Okay.
All right, so when I see that race, it was a good angle. I thought, Bob, that Clampett, also trained by Glatt, certainly is not going to make things difficult for the one on the inside. So that's good. And Clampett, Craig, we're old, and probably Bob as well. Boy, I used to love watching the Clampetts on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Absolutely. We're on top of that. But
by the way, speaking of your third race, Laura Mars and Cuban Crisis both had awful starts the last time drawing the rail, both of them, and now are drawn outside. So interesting. Another sneaky horse in there, just for the gamblers watching. The 6 What a Feeling had a very difficult trip as well. All right, so it's
before we get to the tiebreaker, Craig, you handicapped the Fairgrounds card. They have a spectacular card today.
Well, I got a bonus coverage.
Bonus, there you go. That's you're famous for your bonus picks.
Bonus coverage, because this will right up Bob's alley, because these are price places. This one, we have time cap, Chappie.
Let's do it. We got plenty of time.
The 10th race. Well, let me get this out of here. 10th race
at
the Fairgrounds. It's a pick 5 too, and I'll be putting my first bet express bet. Because I'll tell you what, they give me great rewards. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that they gave me. It's unbelievable. So I got my pick 5. So I'm not. So my money's going to go to the pick 5 and be going probably today's tournament. Now, Silver Prospector. It goes from the 8-hole at Oaklawn to the 2-hole today, and he had a wide trip. I believe it was a wide trip all the way. Rosario jumps on. Santana Jr. hasn't been that hot. It says 15-1. He had the last time he ran to Louisiana there, you'll see January 16th. I checked that. He had an excuse there so it's not like he doesn't like the track. And I give this guy, he's plenty of value. I mean, he's just as good as some of these horses that are 3-1, 7-2, and 4-1. And so 15-1 right there. In the 10th.
All right, so race 10, the 2 Silver Prospector bonus coverage, 15-1 connections. You can beat him, Asmusman and Joel Rosario. So that works.
Now I got a daily double.
Skippy. Oh, he's got another one. Go ahead, Craig.
The 11th race. In the 11th race, well, what is that? Who do we need? We need Tony Soprano out there. Because did Mama start with the fixed odds yet? Because this horse called 3, the Satin. He's 12-1 on the morning line. If this ice goes off higher than 3-4-1, it's an overlay. It's just, I mean, you look at it. Brandon Walsh. Bob, did you say Brandon Walsh before?
Brandon O'Brien.
Oh, well, okay. Well, Brian's they all know. But he came in, he brought that horse to Hollywood Park, and he ran a big race in that Hollywood Park Derby. And now he hasn't been out since. He ran fresh the first time. 3 horses came out of the Indiana race, and he goes right. He was 4-1 going to Keeneland after that race. So I think 12-1, you're not going to see it, but that'll be my long shot double, the 2-3.
That horse, Santon, did run an amazing race from the 14 post. There was 0 speed in that race. The horse went wire to wire, Beyond Brilliant, who won. And Santon almost got up and lost by a neck in the Hollywood Derby. So very interesting there. Bob, do you have a bonus coverage play since we're on it, or are you all good?
I'm all good. I have a horse that I bought that's running today at Fairgrounds, but if I ever release horses, it jinxes them. So I'm not releasing the horse. But
okay.
Well, let me give you my email, okay? And please send it to me.
I'll give you
that to me after the show.
It's 21 morning line. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay, I'm going to look at every 20-1 shot. I hope it's in the 7th or the 9th of the pick 5. But that's what I'm playing today.
All right. What race are we doing for the tiebreaker? No one did. How about the 9th?
The 9th?
Yeah, the 9th race. 9th race.
The 9th is a great race. It's the stake anyway. So.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. We're doing our spin for the Wheel of Smiles. Well, Craig, you got first choice if you're ready to go.
Boy, that's tough because do I want to take the favorite or?
Of course you do.
The chalk. Okay, I got to live up to Bob. Okay, give me the 6 horse.
Okay. Very impressive race last time out.
I'm going to go with Don't Swear Dave, the 8.
That's who I gave out on the radio this morning. Don't Swear Dave. So we're on the same page there.
A lot of value there, 6-1.
Brutal trip the last time out. Yeah. Absolutely brutal.
He's a talented horse, and I think he should get a nice trip.
Yeah. All right. Love it. All right, Georgie. That was
sorry. There was people signing up. I missed it. Who did he pick in the tiebreaker?
Don't Swear Dave.
Don't Swear Dave. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, Georgie. Any last comments?
We got like 5 people here signing up for the contest. Big contest today. You can sign up online. You can play via ExpressBet. By the feel here, it's going to be a really good turnout. And then tomorrow's contest is I cannot wait. Tomorrow's going to be a big day with the mandatory payout. And you can bet that Pick 6 and others, as Craig said, through ExpressBet. Craig, all right.
That's it.
You're hired. And
the bonus, the extra reward program there. I'm not going to mention anything like Twin Spires or anything like that. I'm not going to mention any other sites, but rewards are just the best at the Express.
Really good rewards on ExpressBet. And I was talking to Chappie just the other day that you get to that $100 voucher pretty quickly on ExpressBet.
That's right. So
they gave me 2 free ones for the Friday tournament. I thought I had to come out of my prize pool, but I just got a free roll. I just hit that for the bonus. So nice. that was good.
All right.
My parting words are, Chappie, don't schedule the next contest during a UK basketball game. Okay, do me a favor.
Oh, my bad. We will definitely do that. And you can always, when you're not given a pick, just watch the game, and I'll just text you when you're ready to go again. Because
it's like when your phone rings when the horses are loading into the Kentucky Derby. You're like, well, this isn't a horse racing fan.
Yeah, exactly. All right, gentlemen, we appreciate it, and good luck. Bob, stay warm out there in Kentucky. Craig, see you on the comedy circuit. George, get back to it, and good luck, and thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
All right.
You got it.